for all the solopreneurs listening, if you are just kind of like, oh, well, they're never going to do it as good as me, I would just say you're immature.
Yeah.
You just don't get it yet.
If you're still a solopreneur in 2026, you have like real problems with AI and all these things right now, especially in real estate.
Why do you say that?
Because I don't believe you have a real business if you're a solopreneur.
Well, yeah, you have a job.
You have a job.
All right, I can say the biggest thing I've realized is I don't believe what anyone says.
100%. Grant said it, the podcast we did with him. He's like, believe nothing that you see online.
Yeah. It's like, I've interviewed so many people on this show.
Yeah.
And, you know, they'll talk about one thing and then like I'll go see them talk about online like way later. And I'm like, that is nothing close to what we talked about. Mm-hmm. Like that, there ain't no way that's real.
I've had podcast guests on my show where they'll say these big numbers. I made $3-4 million a year. And then off camera, they're like, dude, we made nothing this year. Like we netted nothing. So you just have to be really careful who you're listening to, and then really careful to the words that they're using. Cause I always say like cash collected is king, not contract value, not on track, not we're on pace to do.
Yeah.
Not like we have in escrow. Just like cash collected. What cash hit your bank account and how much did you actually keep? Because
I think what's funny is you'll be like, okay, so show me it.
Yeah.
Show me your stripe.
I've done that off camera.
Yeah.
On the other show that I have, I always say like, do you have proof? I've asked people straight up, like, can you show me proof? And I've had some people say yes. And I've had some people say no. And the ones that say no, I don't put out because usually if they're saying too high numbers and they don't have a good enough explanation, I'm just like, I don't want to put out fake news. I don't want to put out like more stuff to sell courses.
Yeah. I also realized too, because we do things at a pretty high level.
Yeah.
And I like have my ear to everything going on, talking to so many people. And so when I hear something so like crazy, that's like way better than anything I've ever seen or even done myself, I'm like, interesting. So you know, like not to like talk down on people, but I'll be like, but so you're doing that and you've never done anything before. And you have no level of experience. You have nothing like, and you're telling me this is what you're doing. You have less following, you spend less money on ads, you have a smaller team. Somehow you're doing better. Like it just doesn't add up.
Yeah. So I guess like what practical advice can people get to make sure that they're actually picking the right teacher or guru?
Well, I don't even think it matters on that, but I would just say, don't believe pretty much anything you see online. Because it's online for a purpose, and you know it could be proof of this month and how great this month was. But unless they show their proof every single month, then take it for what it's worth. It's like, oh, I've never heard that guy talk about what he made this month, but he makes $1 million every month. He just showed it. It's like, well, why didn't he show any month until now?
Yeah,
because they all weren't that.
Yeah, I would say if someone's listening to this, I guess you just need to have some sort of verification what they said is true. Even when I signed up for your coaching program way back in the day, I don't know if you remember, but I asked to see a list of all your flips. Do you remember that?
I don't.
Yeah. You actually sent me a list of all of your flips. And then I went on the MLS and I was like, okay, he owns this one. Okay, he owns this one. So before I pay anyone, I want to see proof. I don't want like hype. I don't want emotions. I don't want like, let's visualize the best scenario and what your life looks like if you're making this money. I want to see proof that they did it. And if they have proof that they helped someone else succeed, I want to see that also.
I also would want to see longevity of achieving those results. Not that you just achieved this result for the very first time a couple of months ago, or like you've been doing this.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. I just launched a new business, Boardroom Athlete, you know, for health. And it's had a huge, fast launch. And I think part of that is because, like, have I ever run a health company before? No. But I partner with Cole Taylor, who's been doing it for a long time. He's helped thousands of people. So, like, he has credibility in that scene. I worked with him for years ago and got in the best shape of my life. But, like, people have been following my journey of testing peptides and workouts and staying in shape and playing golf and doing athletic things. I was a pro baseball player. And it's like, I probably know more about health than 99.9% of people, even though I wasn't selling it.
Yeah.
Because of, and I've been showing that proof for years with no like monetization for it. It's just, this is what my life's about.
Yeah.
And so I think people respect longevity if you've been working at something for a long time.
100%.
So I would look at proof, longevity, all those things. So that's number one. A lot of people just make the mistake and they think, oh man, this guy must be doing this. This guy's like the standard. This is what is expected. It's like, this guy doesn't even do what he says he does. So that's number one. Second thing that I've kind of realized over the years is pivoting. What do you think about that?
Pivoting is hard for most people because most people find their identity in what they do. So let's just say someone does construction. They identify their life as a construction worker and they won't look at other opportunities because they've already picked a lane and they are scared to switch lanes. So for me, for example, I started off as a realtor. I thought I was going to be a realtor for the rest of my life. And then I got to a point where I was like, dude, I freaking hate being a realtor. I need to do something else. And I switched and started doing real estate investing. And I'll still to this day talk to people that I, worked with as a realtor, other fellow realtors who still hate their job. They still don't like what they do, but they just refuse to pivot and make hard choices. So usually I say like, people's success is directly correlated with the amount of risk they're willing to take or directly correlated with the amount of hard decisions they're willing to make. So sometimes you have to let things go to pick up something better.
Yeah. I've thought about this one a lot because I've pivoted a lot in my life. I mean, I was playing pro baseball, and then I was flipping couches, then I was a realtor, then I got into flipping houses, and then I was a social media guy, and I owned a brokerage, and then I had a tax firm, and then I'm doing golf, and then you got this health thing I just meant. Like, and I've just started a million things over the years, and really, I'm going to keep doing it. Like I keep starting things that I am passionate about, and that I think are on the rise. And I've gotten a lot of criticism for it over the years because there's lots of people who are like, bro, just stick in your lane and do real estate. And it's like, well, I don't even really like real estate that much. Like I just do it. Yeah. It's pretty automated for me, so it's not a big deal. But like, dude, if I had to just talk to sellers all day, I would be unemployed. Like I would have quit the business.
Yeah.
And do I think I'm going to wholesale and flip houses forever, even if that's what people have known me for all these years? I don't know. I don't know. Like, if things stay the way that they are, there's no reason for me not to. Like, the business will just run itself. But maybe, I don't know, AI changes things, and it's like it just becomes harder and harder and harder. And am I going to keep fighting against it if it gets harder and harder and harder? Or am I going to look for the new opportunity that's easier and bigger and more scalable and whatever?
Yeah. I don't know why most people, for some reason, they can't switch industries or careers. I don't know why. Like I said, almost all the realtors that I know don't even like being realtors. They just don't know what else to do. And you'll find a new thing to do every month or every 2 weeks. But these guys can't figure out anything besides their current situation. Or construction workers. We've met a bunch of construction workers that are like, dude, I hate it, but it makes money and I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how they would like break from that mindset.
Well, I think part of it too is like, it's one thing if you don't like doing it, but it pays the bills. Yeah. Like that part, I'm like, all right, I would keep doing it too if that was how I made a living and paid the bills. I mean, technically I still do that in real estate. I don't really like it, but it pays the bills. But with other things, right? Let's just say your job's now, it's not available anymore because of AI. Or your business now, you have to make tough decisions because you're going to implement AI in different things, and maybe you have to lay people off or whatever the case is. It's like people have a hard time pivoting to just use new technology. Like, look how slow people were to use social media. You remember back when we first started the coaching program in 2020, I started telling everybody, was like, you guys got to make TikToks.
Yeah.
You guys got to make YouTubes. This thing is going to be like really important for every business. And like, how long did it take for people to finally start doing it?
Forever.
Years.
It took me, you told me to do social media and I was like, bro, why is this fool telling me to do TikTok? Like, I'm trying to make money. I'm serious. I was like, this guy's like losing it. Like, I'm flipping houses and wholesaling for 20K.
Yeah.
This fool's making we would be mid-conversation. You pull out your phone and start doing a TikTok. I'm like, why is he just going so hard on social media? But then, hey, it paid off.
Yeah.
And I had that I got into social media years late, which I felt late. It wasn't late, but because I was just like, I'm a real estate guy. I don't want people to know who I am. I just want to make money. And I still struggle with that right now. But yeah, it's fascinating that a lot of people just can't switch industries.
Or switch in their industry to do something that is going to enhance it. Social media, AI, or even hiring, right?
Yeah.
Like part of pivoting is hiring people. You're like, hey, you know what? Am I going to hire this person because, you know, the current people aren't working out? Do you have enough guts to go bring in a new team?
Yeah.
Do you have enough guts to pivot your entire marketing strategy?
Yep.
Like how many times have I pivoted my marketing, you know, especially for real estate? It's like, dude, we were cold calling. We were doing the MLS. We were networking with wholesalers. I haven't got a deal off the MLS or from a wholesaler in who knows how long because I just don't care anymore. And then I haven't cold called in years because it sucks. And I'll say that forever. For all the cold call people. But now it's like, you know, I did TV commercials and now we do Facebook and it's great. But I don't care what used to work. I will literally do whatever works today. I could give a crap what anyone thinks about. If I cut it out completely today, like I'm at peace with it and I'll move on. But I don't know why other people can't do it.
I don't know. I think it's an identity thing, and then I also think it even like trickles into the people's like personal lives where they can't make hard decisions in their personal life, like cutting off friends or cutting off employees or who they're dating or whatever the case may be. Like they just won't switch because they're so used to the status quo. And that's usually what holds people back. It's just they're afraid of change. That's the root. People are afraid of change. I don't know why.
Because it's unknown. Nobody wants to do something that could be worse than their current situation. But the problem is, in order to like take any step forward, you always pretty much get worse before you go forward, right? Like the model of you take a step back to, you know, move 3 steps forward is true. Because think about it. If you're going to go and let's just say you want to go build your real estate business to the next level, but you don't know what to do, right? So you hire a consultant. Well, guess what? You paid all this money. You took a step back financially. You don't have that money anymore. So you've taken a downgrade. It's a negative on your P&L. And you're not going to execute what they tell you to do probably right away. It's going to take some time and everything else. But eventually, if you made the right choice, you win. The same thing is true. Like that's literally the definition of investing, by the way. You take cash that you have today and you go put it in something else that's not cash. And now it's just gone. You put it in a real estate deal. You put it in a stock. You put it in Bitcoin. And then guess what? Bitcoin drops. And it's like crap. But if you hold it, you'll be fine. So in almost everything, if I put money into marketing, if I put money into hiring somebody, I'm always going to have to take a step down initially. Before I finally get a return later.
But if you think about it, even with like...
If it works, because it might not work too.
But to push back on just change, right? Even if you look at health, for example, why do people always eat the same crap? Even if they know that it's bad.
Feels
good. Don't they it feels good, but they just don't like change. They don't want to go from eating burgers to a salad or whatever, chicken and rice. So there's something about change that maybe like humans are wired to not like.
I think humans like routine.
People won't, like if someone's addicted to smoking, usually it takes like, hey, you know, you have signs of cancer. Hey, you know, this, a bad thing has to happen for a lot of people to snap out of their health situations.
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Or their marriage gets so bad that they're finally like, oh crap, we've been like neglecting each other for years.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, people need to learn to pivot. They got to be willing to give up that identity and be open to that way of life is gone.
Yeah.
I was actually, what's funny? Before I move on to the next point, I was talking about this with Javi. I don't know if I was telling you, but I was like, man, it was so fun, the early days of Future Flipper in like 2020, 2021, and when we were just trying to figure out events and community and all this stuff, and it like kind of all it was just a mess.
Yeah.
But it was fun, like in hindsight.
Yeah.
And now you look at it and you're like, yeah, it's fine. Like we still do events, but it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
We still coach, but it's just different. And, it's like, it's just different. And it's like, man, I wish we could go back to the good old days, but you know what? Other people don't really want that anymore. Yeah. It's just not what the market wants. The market wants something different. So as much as you love the good old days and the nostalgia, it just doesn't exist.
Exactly. That's what, with relationships, it's like, oh, back in the day, we were all good. We were going out, we were drinking, we were eating out every single day. Oh, dang, we're broke. I want to go back to the good old days where everything was all great, but it's like, no, dude, you have to look at the current situation and the reality of the situation. It happens with employees too. I had an employee, he was crushing it. He was so good. And now they're lazy. Now they show up. They don't show up on time. Now that they're not performing, and people get scared to cut because they don't like change. Yeah. They're afraid.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Is there a change right now in your life that you think needs to happen?
Well, I was just randomly thinking about like, man, the good old days of playing baseball. Yeah. I hope maybe somebody could sign me again. Yeah. It's like, no, fool, you're 36. Nobody's signing you. Those days are gone. You're not 21. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say I'm pivoting tremendously right now with this content. And this has been a great pivot. People are loving the new format of the show. I looked at the show last year and I said, these numbers suck. So we can't keep going down this path. And I told the media team that. I go, dude, these numbers suck. If they don't improve, no one's going to be here. Because nobody deserves what we're making and doing with these type of numbers.
Yeah, like financially, it just doesn't
make sense anymore. And it's like, we've had a good run. So it's either we've had a good run or we reinvent ourselves. Let's try to reinvent ourselves. I'd like the run to continue. And thankfully it's gone great. So, we pivoted that. I would say I'm doing lots of mini pivots. I mean, I just launched Boardroom Athlete, and so it's like, wow, it is quite possible that the two biggest business I have are physical related. They're golf and athletics. Yeah. Like, which for me actually fits what I've done my whole life way better. I love sports. I love health. I love competing. So maybe I'm pivoting back to myself. I don't know. I was this real estate guy for the last 10 years, but I don't think I was ever a real estate guy. Identity wise. Yeah. Like I did it because I had to do it. And I still do it because it makes money. Yeah. But like, if people are like, dude, that's the real estate investor. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
It's like, I haven't walked the house in years.
I'm like, I know it better than everyone. Sure. Yeah. And I've got more experience, but do I identify as a real estate investor? Yeah. No.
That's interesting.
But I do get recognized in the airports now for golf. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm the golfer.
Yeah. And it's interesting because health is obviously a way bigger market than like wholesaling real estate in the United States. Yeah. Like after I started the Christian channel, I started to really think about TAM. And I was like, dang, like the Christian niche is so big.
If you're looking to get started in real estate investing, then you need to use our Cashflow 2.0 system. We give you all the motivated seller leads. We give you software, one-on-one coaching, and everything you need to start your real estate investing business. And we've seen so much success from our students with this system that we are willing to guarantee it. So if you want to learn how it all works and how you can get your first real estate deal today, go on over to wealthyinvestor.com and apply. Someone from our team will get with you, and you could have your first deal within a week once you get on this system. So head on over to wealthyinvestor.com and we'll see you there. Let's talk about that. So this is another thing that I've learned in business. TAM.
Yeah.
Total addressable market.
Mm-hmm.
And, the Christian TAM, like you said, is massive. I mean, there's 2 billion Christians.
Mm-hmm. Worldwide. The whole market, the whole world is the market for that niche.
Yeah.
It's not wholesaling real estate in the United States.
That is 100,000 people.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is. That's the math. There's 100,000. There's not even anymore, I don't think, 100,000 active wholesalers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the niche of wholesaling is very small. I looked up the TAM of golf,
Mm-hmm.
There's millions of golfers.
Yeah.
Right. So now, and there's lots of people joining, like the TAM is increasing.
Yeah.
More people are starting to golf.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, that's bigger. Health, literally everyone is a target.
Yep.
So,
that's why 10X, look at 10X Health.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah. Grant said they were doing like 10 million a month or something.
Yeah.
So, and Grant even said, he was like, we don't really try to sell information anymore because just people don't care.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you got to kind of always reinvent yourself. And like, if you can go into bigger TAMs,
yeah,
you get a lot more opportunity. But I think it just depends what you're trying to do, because you can make a ton of money in a niche.
Yep.
So it's like, if you want to make $1 million, I would say, niche down.
Yep.
You could easily just pick some crazy niche and make $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
But you realize that if you want to go super big, then you got to go.
Yeah. If you want to do $10 million wholesaling, that's really hard.
Mm-hmm.
You're the top wholesaler in the whole country. If you want to make $10 million selling education, you're not in the top 100.
Yeah.
You might not be in the top 1,000.
Yeah.
But, in wholesaling real estate, there is a cap. In flipping houses, if you want to net $10 million flipping houses, net, you're going to need tens of millions of dollars. You're going to be flipping hundreds of homes.
I personally have never met somebody who net 10 million in a year.
Yeah.
Flipping houses.
Yeah.
Like I can't think of anyone I met that did it.
I would say maybe Doug, but I don't know about flipping. I'd be like,
he's wholesaling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know that I've seen someone do it.
I don't know. I don't know anyone either. But I know people that have made tens of millions of dollars selling education.
Yeah. And I know in other industries too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think TAM is a huge deal that people don't really think about when they're doing a business. They're just kind of already starting too small.
Yeah.
Out the gate with whatever. And that's why I say you got to know what your goal is. Because once again, most people's goal isn't to have this massive thing. Like your main source of income is running a wholesale business.
Yep.
So clearly you don't care that you're probably always just going to make $1 million.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Right.
For now. It could change later, but right now at this moment, that's what I'm okay with.
But if you all of a sudden were like, I want to net $5 million a year.
I couldn't wholesale.
You'd be like, I have to do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's important to just work backwards, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Just start with the end in mind and like, is this possible?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next thing I've learned too is people and how much people matter.
Yeah.
Because, I was just in Mexico last week. James was getting stem cell treatments and, they went really good for his autism. And by the way, for anyone who's listening who wants to know more about that, I'm going to do some updates as time goes on because it takes months to really kind of see results. And a lot of people were asking me because they've been thinking about it for their kids and stuff. So I'll let people know that. But, while I was gone, they locked up deals. They closed deals. We signed up clients across all the businesses and different things. And so, the team was rolling for the whole week I was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, now I will say I spend a lot of time golfing and on these trips and stuff. Like, I'm not here doing a lot of the stuff that I used to do. And yet they're still rolling, still doing their thing and making it happen. And so I've just kind of realized, like, if you ever really want to get time freedom as an entrepreneur, you better learn how to get good people.
Yeah.
Or else you're just a solopreneur.
Yeah.
Like, people, when I hear about them saying that, man, I struggle to find good people or I can't trust anyone.
Yeah.
I'm like, you just suck.
Yeah. I was going to say a bad word, but yeah, they're in trouble. Yeah. I would say time and money. Like, if you want to make more money than ever, you need more people and better people, not more people, better people. So like right now in our wholesale company, we have one guy that's outperforming everyone else by a lot.
Yeah.
It's like not even close. It's like he's doing 10 deals a month. Everyone else is doing like combined 4. I'm still happy, but
overall,
like I still am happy that we have these other 4 deals. But like good people, they almost 10x average performers.
Yeah.
By a lot. I think you said last podcast, like I think you said Smith was outperforming everyone else.
Yep.
By like a lot. So I think just
young Isaac though is catching up to him.
Okay.
They're pretty neck and neck now. I mean, I hope Smith hears this. Isaac might have surpassed him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Smith's been doing it for a long time at a high level.
I know.
But,
so Isaac, in a short period of time, the young prodigy.
Yeah. Yeah, but anytime I've ever made, I've had huge jumps in income. It was because I hired someone new.
Yeah.
And they just exploded every single time. So I think I've heard Grant say, like, our best salesperson hasn't walked in the door yet. Like, you constantly have to be looking for new great people.
Yeah.
Great people will make lousy systems look amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting rid of any bad salesperson so much faster now.
Mm-hmm.
And, the rest of my people that aren't in sales, I mean, those are much more like stable positions.
Yeah.
And they're all great, like I can't really say we have any weak links in normal positions beyond sales. And then sales is always just like sales, unfortunately, and this is just what it is when you become a salesperson, is what have you done for me lately?
Yeah. It's month by month.
Yeah. Like you ain't getting it done for a couple of weeks. It's a tough road ahead.
Yeah.
That's how pro sports was too.
That's why salespeople make great money.
Yeah, you make great money, but you also have great pressure.
Yeah.
And responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't handle that, you ain't a fit for sales.
Yeah.
But yeah, sales usually does make the most money for that reason.
I hired a strategist on my other page. It blew up. Anytime I've hired a great person, I see instant results. I've never hired someone and then they suck and then they turn into an A player. It's always like they come in, things explode, and then I'm like, okay, this was a great hire.
Yeah. I've had a few that turned into great people later.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess when you hire so many people, you hold on to people way too long. I guess at some point you're going to...
Like, what role would you say you hired someone and they weren't good and then they turned good?
I mean, I would say lots of people in current roles right now started in other roles that they sucked at.
Yeah.
And now they're good.
Mm-hmm. In new roles.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would consider that a new hire, but yeah.
Well, you find what they're good at. So, I mean, like, there's that. And then I've had a couple of salespeople that sucked. Like Isaac, he sucked.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's good.
Yeah.
I still don't know how he closes. I listen to him and I'm like, I don't get how he closes deals, but he does.
Yeah.
And it works for him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, like it's I would just, to your point, they're usually good off the bat though.
Mm-hmm.
So I doubt I'll have any more of those situations because we're just not going that deep anymore. It's like, look, you said this before on an episode, but now when we hire a salesperson, for wholesaling, for example, we're like, look, your expectation is 2 contracts a week right now, off the rip. Because we're already hiring you because you have wholesaling experience. So you can't say, oh, I got to get the hang. Like, you already know how to do this.
Yeah.
And now we're giving you motivated, high quality leads. So you better get 2 a week. And I'm not expecting that week 1, but if they don't have a contract by week 2, they're out.
Yeah. I also think so, like, if someone, like, practical advice, if someone's listening to this and they want to make more money, they need to look at what position in their business needs to be upgraded or they need to be replaced in. Like, if they're doing sales, maybe they need someone that's only doing sales and they will outperform the business owner normally.
Yeah.
If they hire the right person.
Yeah. Because if the business owner's only thinking about sales an hour a day.
Yep.
And you got even somebody who's not as good, but doing it 8 hours a day, then they're probably going to win.
100%.
Yeah.
So that's the point. Like, people need to realize that if you're still a solopreneur in 2026, you have like real problems with AI and all these things right now, especially in real estate. It doesn't make sense.
Why do you say that?
Because it's you can't have I don't believe you have a real business if you're a solopreneur.
Well, yeah, you have a job.
You have a job. Yeah. You could have a high paying job, which is fine. But when people are like, oh, well, I can't find good people, that means you lack leadership skills. You don't know how to recruit. You don't know how to lead. You don't know how to inspire. You don't know how to interview. You don't know, how to set up systems for someone else to follow. You don't know how to keep someone accountable. That's what that means.
Well, that's just the second stage of learning. So this is what I always teach people. It's like, okay, if you want to learn anything, let's just say you want to learn how to, so wholesaling, since we're just talking about it, right? And you've never wholesaled before. So the first step before you can ever start a wholesale business is you got to learn. So you go and learn. You get a coach, you do your thing. Okay. So, all right, I've invested. I now have the skill to go do this. So now you got to go execute doing the thing and talking to sellers and finding buyers and, all the stuff. So you're doing it. And you figure it out and you start to do it at a higher level and a higher level and a higher level. And then you realize you're kind of capped out because you can only do so much. You now need to learn a new skill again. And that new skill is how to hire, recruit, train, keep, maintain, elevate your talent around you, and not your own talent, but the people you're hiring, that talent. And so, that's the next skill to learn. And so whenever somebody's a solopreneur who's successful, but they don't have any people they've hired, it's because they've never learned a new skill. They just stayed in the thing that they learned that made money.
Yeah.
And, you got to learn how to hire people. So then once you learn how to hire people and manage them, then you start to see like your business grows. And then after that becomes a new skill to learn, and then another skill and another skill. But I mean, that's why when people have asked me like, how do you start so many businesses? I'm like, I really don't think there's anything new to it. Like, okay, my skills of creating landing pages, branding, marketing campaigns, ads, it's the same. Nothing changes across any of these businesses. It's all the same.
The colors.
They're just colors and letters.
Yeah.
And okay, what about the fulfillment? Yeah, you need a couple of extra pieces of fulfillment, but it's not like this rocket science thing. Most of these businesses I start, I already do them personally myself. Like I know how to do it. Okay. Well, then what else is needed? For me, nothing. It's just cash. Can I hire enough people to do this? And then do I have enough money to get the thing going and start running the ads and hire the people and whatever? If I have those things, then I can do it. And, and I also understand I don't dilute my other resources to do this. It's like, I got to hire new salespeople for this specific thing. I can't take my other salespeople off of it because then it'll suffer the existing thing. And that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
They just think like, oh yeah, I'll add this new thing. I'm like, so you didn't hire anybody, but you're going to add all this new stuff. So who's going to do the work? Oh, I'm going to do the work. And then it's like, all right, well, you're going to take time from somewhere.
Yeah.
It's not like
2 jobs.
Yeah. You can't manipulate time, so it's like, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that is super, super important. The next thing I've been thinking about too is just cash.
Okay.
So just most people don't realize cash management is like so important.
I know.
They make a little bit of money. They're like, okay, lifestyle upgrade.
Yep.
Immediately. Or they just start buying dumb crap.
Yeah.
Or investing into things they have no understanding about.
Yeah.
Instead of just putting it back into the thing that made them a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dude, if your business is doing good, why would you try to buy anything else? Just put it back in it.
Yeah. I even talk for myself. So recently I was like, dude, like we're selling so much, but like my bank account doesn't really go up. Like we're doing all these numbers, but I'm like, I feel like my bank account, the number is staying the same. So what I did was I took screenshots or I uploaded PDFs of my bank statements and I put them into ChatGPT. And I was like, hey, can you give me a breakdown of like where am I spending the most money? And yeah, I'm still spending a bunch of money on just dumb crap, like dumb crap, like food, going out, all this stuff. Like it's super high. And then I had to go back to Jessica, my wife, and I'm like, hey, we gotta chill out. Like we're eating like $5,000 of just crap every month. Like we're spending like $10,000 a month on just lifestyle. That's not including a mortgage or car payments. That's just like Target and going out to eat and coffee and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think it always happens where, for me at least, I'll make a bunch of money and then my lifestyle starts to go up and then I have to be like, hey, like, let me like cut this right now instead of waiting until things are not good. So yeah, I feel like not everyone, but I personally am going through that right now.
Yeah. I've never done that.
For anyone listening to this, if you want good advice, go do that right now. Literally upload your bank statements to ChatGPT. Say, hey, how much am I spending? And give me a breakdown.
Yeah.
And it'll give you like entertainment, whatever it is. And then you'll be like, damn, like what the hell?
I don't think there's any going back in my life.
I'm committed to this.
Yeah, I'm committed to this life.
I'm sorry, Mindy. Just forget I brought
yeah.
If he ends up doing this.
I'm committed to this life and I'm committed to just making more money.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
that's my solution.
Yeah. I agree. But then also sometimes I'm like, dude, like waste is waste. And it's like, if you have a leaky bucket, yeah, you could keep putting more water in there, or you could like,
but it's not a leaky bucket. It's a gold bucket. It's just, you're shining it.
Yeah. Like, I guess, I don't know how in depth do you want to go, but do you have like a budget for your personal life, or there's just no budget?
There's no budget. I've never had one my entire life.
But you used to be really cheap.
I know, but I just self-regulate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I literally never looked at it one time, even when we had very little money to a lot of money to going through hard times. I just was like, okay, we need to cut back a little bit. And it was just very generic.
Yeah. You're like, hey, Mitty, chill out. Like, give me a break.
You get it, right?
Yeah.
Chill out. And then
Target's at the door.
No, and then like we'd make a lot of money, be like, all right, we're gonna do this and this and this.
Where's that chef?
Here's a new car.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've just kind of always self-regulated, but
yeah.
I don't know. Like, I feel like at this point, though, for me, it's hard because we take care of my parents, her parents, the cars, and we give and we do, all these things. And so I'm just like, yeah, this is just what it is.
Yeah.
I gotta, like, I'm not cutting all these things off. I'd rather put the onus on myself to just go make more money.
Yeah. I think so. One thing I know about you, most people don't know. One, you used to be hella cheap, like so cheap, where I know you were making like $1 million one time a year, and you were like, dude, I just bought this phone off Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like, what the hell? This was a millionaire buying a used phone. Remember you bought like some headphones that you bought from Facebook Marketplace and they ended up not working?
I know. Well, you got to remember, dude, I came from flipping couches and I started to make a lot of money really quick out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And I was like, huh. I had made $1,200 a month for 8 years in the minor leagues.
Mm-hmm.
So I just only knew how to live that way. Now I forgot what that was like. Now I'm like, my mind can't even go there. I forgot I did those things.
I know. And you're very weird where there's some things that you'll spend money on and other things that you're just like more strict on. Like I feel like you're more strict on business spending than like personal spending.
Oh yeah.
Like in the business, you're like, we need to cut this, we need to cut that. Like we're overspending here, we're overspending there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you do that in your personal life.
No. Because like, I don't know, the way I see it is in my personal life, what am I going to cut that's going to make such a big difference? Like
I don't know.
at this point.
Said that, yeah.
No, because like for me, it's like if let's just say all the expenses are like $80,000 a month. Okay.
Damn.
For just like, remember, parents, giving,
80,000?
Yeah, it's probably near there.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
But what am I going to cut at that point? So I stopped.
Bro, there's $80,000.
No,
I'm sure there's somewhere to cut.
No, because, okay, think about this, right? Okay, so my mortgage is like 20 grand. So like, if you're going to cut that, you have to sell the house and move. And then what are you going to get? Okay, a $10,000 a month house. I mean, I guess, but okay.
You're like, I can't cut this.
No, but like, okay. And then in those house, you have to have a cleaner. We're not going to not have a cleaner. Okay. We're not going to not have a nanny.
Yeah.
You're not going to not have a pool guy and a landscaper and all the things that are required in a nice house.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like, okay. So can't cut any of those. I'm not going to cut my parents' house. I'm not going to cut their cars. I'm not going to cut her parents' house and her car. Okay. So there's another $20,000.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now I'm at 50,000 that I can't cut. Okay. We haven't even gotten into food.
Yeah.
So, okay. I start cooking, dude, and being like Brian Davila.
Yeah.
Sick.
And clean.
So now,
and you already cook.
No, I don't.
Eggs?
No, I just buy meal preps.
Oh, you don't cook eggs anymore?
No. So let's say instead of spending 10 grand a month, I now am at 5.
Yeah.
Because I cook. Sick. All right. So I've saved 5. My point is, for me, what's the point at that point? I dropped from 80 to 75.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
Yeah.
It's so minuscule in the grand scheme of where I'm currently at.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't drop my lifestyle to 20, 30,000. It's literally impossible with all the responsibility I have.
Yeah.
I'd have to let go of all my parents, her parents, everybody. I'd have to get rid of my house. I'd have to get rid of a nanny. I'd have to get rid of everything.
Yeah.
So what am I going to do to even make it? It's not like I'm over here flying private and like driving Lambos.
Yeah.
It just is an expensive life when you take care of a lot of people.
Yeah.
And am I going to get rid of my golf membership?
No.
Come on, man. So,
oh man,
so it's like, yeah, I'm all in. No, but it's like I'm into the same dilemma even with business.
Yeah,
because it's like, okay, I got this parent company and everything else, and then the media team and everything else, and it's like, okay, so that's 6 figures plus a month for all those different people. It's like, okay, so if you don't have the parent company and you tried to outsource all these things, I tried to go outsource a media, team, and then I tried to outsource a marketing agency and outsource this. Like, yeah, could I cut the cost in like half? For sure. But like, okay, now my life is like significantly harder.
Yeah.
And they suck. These guys are definitely not as good.
Yeah.
So, am I going to make more or less?
Yeah. Let us know in the comments.
I'm probably going to make less and have more headaches.
Yeah.
So
for sure, more headaches. Yeah. On the business side.
Yeah. So I'm like, you just start thinking about cutting, and I've walked through all these scenarios in my head, and I'm just like, it's literally impossible. I have to just make more money.
Yeah, that's probably the best mindset to have.
What would you do?
What I would do is I would go on ChatGPT and I would put everything in, and I would be like, where?
Sure. I'm sure there's like a lot of Amazon that I'm not accounting for. Okay. But you know what? Most of it is for the kids. So what am I going to do? Give away these kids?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you know what? We got to stop buying the kids clothes. They should just walk around naked more. These kids are using too many diapers.
You could save money like that.
Yeah.
Wash them in the pool.
Cool. All right. So now I create drama to save $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. People let us know in the comments. Should you budget or just make more money?
Both.
Yeah. I would say both. Yeah.
I think both. But
how do you budget if you don't know your expenses? That's why they have.
I'm like you. I look at my bank account.
Yeah.
As long as my bank account doesn't go down every month, I know I'm making more than I spend.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
I started looking at the transactions because before I just did that. And then I was like, what the hell's going on? And then I figured out I'm like subscribed to like 20 services that I don't even use anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I've been paying them for years. And I'm like, I've wasted like $30,000 a year on just dumb crap that I don't even use. So, yeah.
Yeah. Subscriptions definitely. But even then, I'm like, Netflix is $20.
Yeah.
Like, it's all relative.
Yeah. It's all relative. Yep.
Like, at my level of spending, 10 subscriptions means nothing.
How much cash do you think comes in through all your businesses a month?
7 figures.
A month?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, the average person listening to this, they're lucky if they have 10. You know?
I know, but that's why I'm saying when you're like 80,000, I'm like, what's it supposed to be?
So like 30.
Okay. That wouldn't even pay for my golf membership and my house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So am I giving up those 2 things?
Well, you could probably house hack.
Yeah, I could house hack. That's a good point. Maybe I should
You
go
can
get a
house hack your
fourplex
membership.
and
Yeah.
move my family to the hood.
But what's the next thing you think?
Well, but here's the thing. I already did all that crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the stuff we're talking about doing, like, I already grinded it out.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, make $1,200 a month and count pennies. And, you know, I literally wouldn't even eat Chipotle for years. I'm like, $8 for a burrito. This is crazy. That's what it was back then. I'm like, I ain't spending $8 on this.
I used to be the same way. I look at people that go to the gas station and buy food, like chips and drinks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They spend $13. I'm like, bro, I used to make like $6 an hour. I just worked for 2 hours for chips and a Gatorade.
I did the math. We made $2 an hour.
Dang.
Playing baseball. That was the math. So, you know, I'm making $2 an hour and I'm looking at a burrito and I'm like, I can't afford this. So I never bought anything. I cooked all my food. I bought the cheapest stuff, rice. Chicken back then was $1.99 a pound. I would only eat chuck roast. It was $3.50 a pound. I would not buy any kind of higher end steak. Wouldn't buy a ribeye, a New York, nothing. Because those were like $12 or $14 a pound. And yeah, I'd buy a big bag of vegetables and I'd just make stir fry every night, meal prep. And a bowl would be like $1 or $1.50. And I would eat it on the road. I would eat it before games. I would eat it after games. And I did that for years. And the moment I started flipping houses, I slowly got a taste of freedom.
Yeah.
And
Chipotle's not that bad.
Yeah. Well, it's not that Chipotle was ever bad. I just was like, I can't afford it. And you know what? I just realized too, people like demonize things that they can't afford.
Yeah.
So I would be like, bro, you're really going to spend that on Chipotle? It's like, yeah, bro, I can buy a Chipotle burrito. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know? You're really, you know, I would hate on people buying nice cars. And it's like, why is he buying such a nice car? This Christian guy or this, you know, business, like such a dumb expense. And it's like, that guy makes $1 million a year. Okay. That car is nothing to him.
Yeah.
You know? And so I think people just judge from their own lens. They don't realize they're like, well, why didn't that person ever do anything for me?
Yeah.
What have you ever done for that person? Why do you deserve something over somebody else?
I don't know if we want to go down this rabbit hole, but like, what have you spent money on that you thought this was after you're just like, that was dumb?
Multiple cars, because I was never a car guy to begin with. And then, you know, when I bought that Porsche, that was dumb. That was a $200,000 car. And by the time I sold it, it was worth 75. So that was dumb. I would say personal dumb expenses. Yeah, Yeah, see, this is why I don't even know that I've like done too many dumb things personally. Because even like buying watches, I sold them and made my money back. So it's like that wasn't even dumb.
Yeah.
Like I got to wear watches for free and whatever.
Yeah, for me, I would say it was watches. I got into like Rolexes for a while, and then now I don't even wear them. I wear a Whoop.
Yeah.
They just sit.
Yeah, I mean, buying Louis Vuitton bags and stuff. Once again, I never cared about them. Bought some. Like, yeah, these were dumb. Now I just wear Toomey again.
Yeah.
I
bought gold chains for a while. I was like, I like gold. I bought a bunch of gold chains. Don't wear them.
But that's cheap.
Sold them.
It's not even like a lot of money.
I bought like, they were like a few $1,000s.
Okay, but still, like, it's not like a huge dumb error.
Yeah.
I've made way more dumb decisions in business that have cost me way more than any personal stuff. That's why I look at the business stuff more.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is, okay, so this is where I've realized now as we talk through this, the business is where the impact is made.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, like personally, there's not much else that can be done.
Yeah.
At least from my point of view. But business-wise, it's like, okay, if I stop paying for these X things, I'm going to save 20 grand a month.
Mm-hmm.
I'd much rather do that than cut it out of my personal life and put my parents out of a home.
Yeah.
You know, like those two choices are very simple to make. And then, you know, back to pivots and different things. Okay, so like a dumb decision we just did. I'm so pissed at this one. You know, it's like when we do things that we shouldn't have done. So like we sent this hotel a bunch of money for a deposit and we didn't need to. And I'm just like, why did we do that? Now they have this massive deposit. And it's just like, what was the point of that? So it's things I don't catch that we do that I'm just like, why the heck? That could have been so easily prevented and we just missed it. You know, when I look at all the money we lost on house flips that went south, I'm like, we could have easily just not bought these. And we did. And it cost me so much money because we bought them.
Yeah.
And why did it happen? You could play the blame game and blame people, blah, 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 blah. It's like, no, I just didn't pay attention. Like,
yeah,
that was dumb. You know, or you start a business that fails. It's like, should I have started that? In hindsight, no, but now I know and learn lessons. So would I trade lessons for, you know, never learning the lesson?
Yeah.
Not all, you know what, at the end of the day, I'll take the lesson because I'm going to be doing this for a really long time. So I would have did it at some point.
Yeah.
If not, then I would have did it later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Speaking of that, how do you deal with stress? This is something tons of business owners deal with.
I'm the worst with stress.
Yeah.
Well, I used to really struggle with stress. Now it's not as bad after I got saved. But now it's like I just give it to God. Before, I would just be like, I was a warrior. I would just worry. Like, I thought the more that I worried, the more likely I was to succeed. And that didn't work.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
So let's just say I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would check my phone and check my bank account because let's just say I had like 20 flips going on. I would check. I'd be like, okay, I still have this much amount of money. I would go on my like CRM. I would check how much my hard payments were. I'd be like, okay, like this is what's going on. I would just like run all the numbers and then I would put my phone down and go back to sleep. Or I would just stay up stressed about it. So I would just worry over just crap that I couldn't control because like checking my bank account at like 2 a.m. wasn't going to make a difference.
Right.
So yeah, just pretty much worrying all the time and trying to like micromanage deals to just make sure they close when they're probably going to close anyways.
Yeah.
Or drinking. I used to drink a lot. Or overeating. Like after I quit drinking, I would just eat like a lot just because of stress.
How many vices have you had?
I've had I'm an ex-drug addict.
I know you've had.
I'm like wired for it.
And now you're addicted to Jesus.
Now I'm addicted to Jesus.
That's
or
great.
Catholicism.
To finding out more. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like we've talked about it a lot. I don't know. What's your perspective of how I do it?
I think you're just, you don't have that problem. That's not your problem. Like stress.
Yeah.
I've seen you stress before, but like it's very rare. Things have to be like really bad for you to be stressed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think about like the little problems, and I'm like, why did we do that? That was so dumb. And I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
so what are we gonna do? And then we do it, or I'll make the decision of what we're gonna do, and then I'm just like, I've moved on.
Yeah.
As if the decision had already worked.
Yeah, I stress pre-problems. You kind of stress after them, but like before the problem happens, you don't really care.
Yeah.
You're just like, we're going to see what happens. And then if it goes bad, then you get like a little frustrated. But
yeah,
I worry like before, and then after I'm like, oh, that sucks. Like I knew that was going to go bad.
You have a relief once your worry actually happens?
Yeah, once I get confirmation, I'm like, okay.
I knew I should have worried.
Yeah.
It happened.
But I would say like if people have a vice, they need to handle it. Because those vices turn into problems. That could be pornography, that could be food, that could be alcohol, that could be anger, that could be a ton of different things. That could be spending money. Some people just
How did you get over them?
Jesus for sure. Jesus, honestly, some deliverance. I don't have any like secular ways that I got to.
Yeah. You tried though.
I tried.
What secular ways did you try?
I tried everything. I've had multiple therapists. I've had multiple therapists over my life. I've tried fasting. I've tried when I was addicted to drugs, I would like go buy drugs, do drugs, get pissed that I did drugs, throw the drugs away, and then the next morning go do the same exact thing.
Just kept doing it.
I just kept doing it. I couldn't break it until I met Jessica. Jessica, actually, my wife, helped me stop smoking weed.
Got it.
And it was just out of embarrassment because she was like, "Why are you high all the time?" I was like, "I don't know." I was like the kind of guy that's like, if I'm gonna go to the grocery store, I'm like, "Oh, let's like smoke weed."
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
I never smoked weed in my life. I never was tempted.
Yeah.
I was just like, I would see people high. I'd be like, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want to be like you? You don't even know what's going on half the time.
You've never had a vice?
Porn.
Yeah. Well,
that would have been really the only one. I was never addicted to, I've never done a drug that's like that. I mean, I've done like when people give me a prescription, but not like a drug abuse or anything.
How did you break that?
Porn?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. I think deliverance is the only thing. Yeah. Even food. I felt like I was like addicted to food for a while where I didn't have control over it. And then I felt like I was like delivered from that.
That's hard to believe because you're skinny.
Yeah, but just because you're skinny doesn't mean you're healthy. Yeah.
You were just bones.
I was just bones. This could be a topic. This could go down a whole nother rabbit hole, but I'm very interested. I talked to Ben about this. Like people's problems with food, is that like demonic?
Yeah. Gluttony.
Yeah. Like
that's
eating
what
out, you know, eating all this crap, eating candy, eating all these things, you know, overboard. Is that like a demonic oppression that's happening?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, that's the definition of gluttony. Just destroying your body and treating food like an idol.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically like you go to food to feel pleasure, just like you would go to porn to feel pleasure or drugs.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
I think a lot of people have that problem and they don't even know it. I'll say a lot of people have that problem. They don't even know it.
Yeah. Well, they do. Boardroom Athlete.
Yeah.
Okay. Boardroom-athlete.com. We got you.
We'll get you a whoop. We'll do a quick exorcism on you, and then you're just on your way.
We can do that. No, we do. For those wondering who are struggling with being out of shape, we do blood testing. We get them workouts. We get them meal preps. We get them hormones. We get them peptides. Everything that anyone would need.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, think about it. It is interesting, right? If you are not in good shape, it doesn't mean you have like a demonic gluttony issue, but it does mean you have no self-control.
Yeah. But does that just come from?
Well, self-control is a fruit of the spirit.
Yeah.
So theoretically, you don't have that fruit if you have lack of self-control. If you're fat and out of shape, You just lack self-control.
Mm-hmm.
And some might say, no, I have self-control. I just am fine being this way. And it's like, okay, well then you're not really truly convicted about like the Holy Spirit living inside of you and your body being a temple and all these things.
And I would push back. It's not just if you're fat. If you're going out eating fast food and candies and all this crap every single day and you don't have control over it, just because you're not fat, that doesn't mean that it's okay.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I think understanding how to deal with stress is really important. I mean, Jesus is definitely our prescription for what I would advise people. But yeah, I think I've met, and you've seen them too, so many entrepreneurs who end up burnt out.
Yep.
Right. And it's like, why do you end up burnt out? Well, it's just like an overload of stress.
Yep.
That's what burnout is.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, so how did you end up with so much stress that your body literally just shut down?
Yeah.
Well, it's like, well, could happen from a lot of things. You don't take care of yourself. You don't work out. You don't eat right. Like that's physically one thing that could be happening. Emotionally, a lot of things could be happening. There's just so much pressure in your marriage. There's so much pressure at the office and your relationships and kids and whatever. Like, so, you're stressed out relationship wise and emotionally. Then another one could just be financially, right? When things aren't going good money wise, it stresses you out for all this different stuff. And so it doesn't mean, here's my thing. It's like, you're going to have problems no matter what. So it's like, there's going to be lots of bad months of business. There's going to be, months where, your relationships are kind of strained. There's going to be months where, maybe you don't eat the best and whatever, and you don't feel as great. But you still get a choice of how you react to those situations.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, I just kind of accept that that's the way life is. So it's like, we have a bad month of business. I'm just like, all right, that sucked. What are we going to do to be good tomorrow? And it's literally like, I learned that in sports. It's just, you got to get to the next game. So like in business, each day is a new game. So it's like, okay, we sucked yesterday. We didn't get a deal. We didn't close anything. We didn't do this. Tomorrow, can we close the deal? Can we lock up a contract? Can we find a buyer? Let's just have a good game tomorrow. That's how I look at it. Every day is just a new game. And I got to forget all the other games. And you still have to carry the season of your record. You still won and lost X amount of games up to this point. That doesn't change. That's your bank account. But you can still flip the script today in today's game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think burnout, I think Alex Hormozy says it's like when your inputs don't match your outputs anymore. And then when people are feeling burnt out or stressed, that's when they go to vices. And then usually, like I've mentored a few people, and usually when they come to me and they're like, dude, I've been stressed, blah, 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 blah. I know that there's been vices happening.
Yeah.
And those don't work anymore. But it's not pacifying them anymore. And now they need like real help.
Yeah. They always needed real help, but now
now
they
realize,
like,
this vice isn't working.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I think that's a lot right there, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribed, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. As far as the multifamily space goes and commercial space, like, what do you think is going to happen?
Because this country will become a renter nation. I mean, you cannot fix the housing problem in America.
What do you think, though, about just so many markets don't cash flow now?
Yeah.
Which ones?
California, Las Vegas, any major market, you can't buy a single family house and make it cash flow.
Why is Horton not building single family homes at scale? Why would you keep trying to do something the institutions aren't doing?
Let's talk to the average American. If the average American wants to build wealth in real estate, what should they do?